What's going on, guys? Nick Wood here, and today I'm going to share with you my favorite niche in 2022. And if you've watched any of my videos, if you're in my free group, if you're in my paid program, if you know me at all, you know that I've talked about this before. There are two different ways to look at it at niching, okay? And there's a lot of people in this space that talk about finding these really, really obscure, crazy niches that nobody's ever thought of, and they're untapped. And I do know that there's money in those niches. However, for me, I know that there are specific tried and true niches. I know that there's demand. I know how much we can charge because I know how much how much the ticket item is. I know. So for me, what it is I have made most of my money in regular old boring niches that I guarantee you've already thought of. And so I'm going to share today my favorite niche right now, the one that I'm doubling down on, the one that has again and again and again and again worked for me. And I just keep coming back to it. And I keep finding great opportunities. And I have made a lot of money in this niche. And that, my friends, is concrete. Now, I'm specifically talking about flat work concrete. And what's interesting about concrete is there technically are two different types of concrete, right? There's the flat work stuff, your decks, your patios, your sidewalks, your driveways, etc., like your regular stuff. And then there's decorative. And you can build sites that contain both, right? That you can generate leads for decorative and for flat work. But typically, what I found is it is a little bit challenging to find businesses that do both. And so most of my sites, in fact, I would say 90% of the sites I built in the concrete space, I just focus on the flat work stuff. Okay. So you can do both, but I just focus on the flat work stuff because if a company does decorative, it seems like they typically will offer flat work, but I don't usually find it the other way around. But again, you could also have two different sites and you could go even more niche, which is just decorative concrete if you wanted to. That's just to tell you. Now, here's why I like concrete. It's not it is a medium to high ticket. Okay, so the average price, depending on where you're at in the country and what kind of leads you're getting, you're looking at a couple $1,000, which means even at a 20-30% profit margin, each job is worth a decent chunk of change, which then can be passed on to us as the lead generators, as the marketers. Okay. So I love it for the ticket price. I also really enjoy it because every city, think about it, every city needs every single person that owns a home will need concrete at some point, right? Whether they're putting in a basketball court, whether they're extending their pool deck, whether they're replacing whatever, right? Everybody needs concrete. Doesn't matter how small the town and it doesn't matter how big the city is. Everybody needs concrete. Now, I will tell you that one of the potential downsides, which is kind of the case with any home service business that you target, is it's a little bit seasonal. So if you're targeting some of the cities that get really, really, really cold and have snow, etc., you are going to have to remember that business is going to slow up. And so what I do, and I know a lot of people, they try and, talk to the business and say, hey, during the winter months, we're going to generate these other kind of leads or whatever. I don't do that. What I do is I just let the business owner know up front that the winter is going to be a little bit slow and that in the spring and the fall and everything else, we're going to make up for that slower winter. But I just bring it up first and then it's never a big deal. So again, and I'll be sharing another video on why would I even share the niches that are working for me. I have a completely different mindset than most people out there, so I will be sharing another video on that. But in 2022, right now, my favorite niche is concrete. Go build some concrete sites, guys, and I will see you soon.